Happy greetings. Are you looking for an easy, breezy coleslaw recipe to make we have cabbage, kohlrabi, fennel. A lot of times we have all of these ingredients around this time of year. So this is a great recipe to put all together. So stay tuned as we get this started. So today we are making, uh, yeah, all right. Make sure it's facing the right. We good? Awesome. All right, I'm gonna start over again. Happy greetings. So, have you wanted to learn how to make a nice, easy, delicious slaw recipe? We have three ingredients that are very popular in the fall and spring. We have cabbage, fennel, and our kohlrabi. So we're gonna put all of this together to make an easy, delicious slaw recipe. Happy greetings. I'm Crystal Forman, the owner and educator of Holistic Wellness and Health, where we make healthy living easy, nutritious, delicious, and fun. If you're watching live, say hi. We're broadcasting on several different channels today. And if you're watching on the replay, say hi as well. Let me know you've watched the replay. And we're going to get started. So we have our beautiful red cabbage, our kohlrabi, and our fennel, as well as our red onion, all from my CSA box from Moon Valley Farm in Western Maryland. So we're going to slice up our kohlrabi. You can find it in different colors. Usually you'll see it in this color. This beautiful purple red kohlrabi is nice to have as well because it adds phytonutrients that we usually don't get in our diet. So when you have it, sometimes you'll find kohlrabi really big. So for this recipe, I'm actually using 4 about this size, a nice small size here. And I'm going to cut off the top. Sometimes the bigger kohlrabi, you'll need to like trim off the stems because it's really firm, but because this is nice and tender, we can use all of that. We don't have to peel off the skin at all. These are brassicas, so you can use it just like you would collard greens or kale leaves. So you can saute it, you can put it in your soup or stew, or just cook it exactly the same way. So I'm just going to put this at the side because we're not using it in this recipe today. I'm going to cut off the bottom part of our kohlrabi, the stem.
Cousin Eliza says, greetings, Crystal. Yum.
Hi, Cousin Eliza. So I'm just going to slice straight through our kohlrabi and put the flat side down. And so we're going to julienne these, or you can just thinly slice however you want. So I'll go straight down this way. And just the other side as well. We have nice moon-shaped discs here. I'm going to put them flat side down. And then we're going to julienne them. So I'll start with this. So just julienne is basically like matchsticks. So this is what we're going for. Nice and thin. If you have a food processor, you can use that as well. Totally up to you. I'm just going to do that the rest of this here. Then I have some already done. The recipe is on the website at holistic-wellnessandhealth.com. And then just put /blog, or you can just type in kohlrabi, and you'll find this recipe as well as a couple of other kohlrabi recipes that we've done over the past few years. Start chopping. There we go. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to ask. And let's make this a little thinner. All right. So before I continue on, I'm actually going to make our dressing because I want our flavors to start marinating. So here I have a ½ cup of extra virgin olive oil, I have a ½ cup of white wine vinegar. I put in 2 tablespoons of agave. You can use either dark or light agave. 1 tablespoon of our stone ground mustard. And we're going to add in some diced red onion, nice finely diced, as well as our fennel fronds or fennel leaves, and just 2 tablespoons of each. Going right in. And then we're going to add some salt and pepper. So I have here 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper and a 1/2 teaspoon of our pink Himalayan salt. You can use sea salt or any other salt you want to use. Or you don't have to use any salt at all. All right. So I mix this all together. See, nice, colorful, nice dressing here. Very flavorful as well. All right, so we're going to let that marinate for a moment. And while that is marinating, we're going to get back to slicing our produce here. All right, so once again, I'm going to julienne this one. Same thing, just going straight down. Putting our half moon shapes flat side down. I think I noticed today I have my camera guy back. He hasn't been with us for quite a while.
Hi.
Yes. Nice having someone who can actually move the camera around so you all can actually see all of the things a little better. So I'm just going to put this right in our bowl. And just going to do one more. Then we're going to add our red cabbage here. That's the last one. Like I said earlier, if you have a food processor, definitely feel free to pull that out and use that for this recipe as well. And then I'll make this even faster. So I started some of this, I prepped about 15 minutes before going live. So it does take just a little bit of time depending on how fast you are with slicing everything. And it's measured everything out ahead of time for you all. So about 15 minutes prep time. This is a great recipe to take for lunch or to put as a side dish, as well as putting it in your like burgers or like jackfruit. What did I use? Pulled jackfruit. So any of those type of things. Of course, I'm talking vegan burgers, y'all. But yeah, so you can put it in, whatever you want. So I have my red cabbage here. I'm just going to take out the outer leaves just because they're slightly tougher. Great to use for our soup, though, or as a wrap. Actually, I would use this as a wrap.
Kimberly Russell says, yum.
Hey, Kimberly. Yes, I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to actually cut on the other side of this core, the stem here, just because it's a little easier to cut through. This is like a medium small head of lettuce. Cabbage. So just going to thinly slice this. So this side does not have to core at all. What I like to do is go down this way and then thinly slice. So just makes my pieces a little smaller. So this is a very colorful salad. It has a lot of phytonutrients in there. We're getting our anthocyanin, which is that nice purple color that we associate with like blueberries. It's great for our brain health and our memory. And it also has anti-inflammatory properties. So just slicing. So actually, I'm serving this with some vegan burgers from my parents and our camera guy. All right, let's put this in our big bowl here. And I'm going to actually do the whole head. Does anyone have any questions as we're going along? Okay. So the core, some people ask like how to get this core out. So there are a couple of ways. Sometimes you can just cut off from here and then you don't have to worry about it as much. Or you can do the V cut and make sure you're getting the core out. So I'm actually going to put a flat side down and go for more of a V if I can. Some cabbages are a little tougher than others, but this one is actually easy enough to work with. And just pull it out. We got most of the core out, and I'm going to do the same thing I did with the other part. I'm just going to slice down, and then I'm going to thinly, or thinly as possible, go this way. There we go. Getting a little exercise in with this. So good. This is a great way to use up a lot of produce. If you don't have red cabbage, you can use green cabbage. If you don't have kohlrabi, you can also use green cabbage. There's a great substitute. This recipe will keep in the refrigerator for about 3 days, 2 to 3 days. This won't last that long. But yeah, you can definitely keep it longer. It's a great meal prep recipe. Separating all of this. All right. So our dressing has been marinating nicely there. We're going to add in our sliced red onion from our friends at Moon Valley Farm and fennel. I'll just put that right in. And our kohlrabi matchsticks. I'm actually going to add this other fennel just because it was a small fennel, so I only added one. I'm going to add this one as well, and I wanted to show you all how to cut this. So these are called fronds. These are the leaves. They make great garnish and are used as an herb. So they're very, very flavorful, kind of like licorice. I actually like to just chew on them. So we're going to take these tops off. And this is what I use to put in the dressing. Save that for something else. The stem, we're going to cut that off. We're going to slice it down the center. And there's a core here as well. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to do a V cut to remove that core. There we go. So let's do that again. There we go. All right. Got all types of herbs in my nails. That's all right. Then we're going to thinly slice, because this isn't that big. I'm just going to slice it in half, and then I'm going to thinly slice it down. And we can put it all together. And fennel smells really good. It smells like licorice. Nice, very fragrant plants. All right. A little piece there. Let's get all of this in our bowl with our dressing. See that? And let's get it all in. Now for this part, you can, use your hands and massage it in, or just use a spoon. I'm going to actually use my hands and get it nice and massaged in there. Make sure everything's nice and well coated. And my hands are adding a little bit of heat to this that'll help break down the cell walls of these plants and make it a little easier to chew and digest. And like I was saying earlier, this would be great, like a slaw on top of your vegan, sandwiches. You can put it in your wraps as well. Eat it just like it is. You can add some walnuts to this to add some crunch and extra protein. There's a lot you can do with this dish. And I love that it keeps in the fridge for a few days. So if you're going on a holiday or picnic or to the beach or anything like that, you can just make this ahead of time and take it with you. Because we're not using any mayo, you don't have to worry about, keeping it super cold or getting, sick from that, because it's like vinegar and oil and salt and herbs. So here's our beautiful dish ready to go. So this is very high in folate, magnesium, vitamin C, and fiber. And it just gives a great boost of energy as well as reducing our inflammation. So this is very nutritious and has numerous health benefits as well. All right. So thank you all so much for joining in with me today. We have our beautiful slaw ready to eat, and I'm going to serve this with some actually some sausage, some vegan sausage, and I'm about to cook that up for my family. But I will see y'all next time. Thanks so much for joining in live. And once again, if you're watching the replay, say hi. I will see y'all next time. Peace and blessings, everyone. Take care.